Alright, back again, Luke here, and as you can see in front of you, there's Ninja Combat, and here's that MVS one-slot board that I was working on. And I was able to lift up that Yamaha sound chip, replace those traces, and put it back together, and it works fine. One thing that I did do before I put it back down is I just wanted to test something to see what it would do without that sound chip completely secured back down, and it wound up throwing up an error, Z80 error, which is a processor. And I know there was a couple of people who had left comments saying that they had a Z80 error on their boards as well. And what that might be a problem with is either those traces underneath the board from the battery acid leaking, or not a good connection with that Yamaha sound chip, or maybe a bad sound chip. But I thought that was kind of interesting that it popped up that error, but hopefully that might be able to help you guys out if you want to take the challenge and try and remove that chip and look underneath it and see if there's any bad traces. That might help you out. But while I was at it, I figured, alright, well, I already got this thing apart, so I figured I'd take this thing to the next level. And I've seen a lot of videos, especially from Ken6275, and I figured I'd do the same thing. And what I did is I consolized this beast. So you can see over here I've got a power on and off switch that's on the side, and what I've used is a Wea encoder. These things, I originally bought it because I was going to make a super gun, but I had this thing laying around and thought, well, what the heck, maybe I'll use it. So I've got the Wea encoder here. It's pretty hard to see it, but I have the left and right channel hooked up here. Here's the Wea encoder. These encoders are really great, especially for super guns, but when you go to put them into something like this and consolize them, it's not the best idea. It's not the best situation, because the board is slightly awkward. It's pretty big, and it has a lot of different features on it, but unfortunately when you put them inside a casing like this, what it does is it hides those functions. So I did some rewiring on this thing. Here's my power jack on the side, and I cut out the S video and the regular video and the two left and right channel for sound. I'm just using, I only have these composite cables here, so that's why I'm using the white one. My TV only has one channel right now for sound, so. But let's go around to the other side here and I'll show you what I've done. As you can see here, we have the green, red, and blue. These are the pots that were actually on the Wea encoder. And what I did is I repositioned them, put them on some perf board, and put them over here on the side. That way it makes it a little bit easier to get at. What's nice about this is if there's any television differences, I know in some TVs the colors look bright and vivid, in other TVs they don't look so great. And especially when you go to use S-Video, sometimes the colors change quite a bit. And I wanted to keep those functions, so I removed them from the board and put them over here. As well as this switch here. This is the NTSC PAL switch. And I wanted to have that, although I really don't have any use for the PAL right now. In the future, if I ever decide to get rid of this, this would be a pretty good feature to have. So just flip it back for PAL and flip it forward for NTSC. And that works out really well. But nothing too extremely spectacular here. One more thing I guess I did is I didn't put any sort of reset button on here. I didn't put a service button, and I didn't put a coin in button. But what I did do is I put the coin in to the line on the controller, because with the regular MVS unit, the controller is only using start, so I wired that up to the select button. So the coin in actually works on the controller here. I don't have any special UniBIOS or anything like that. It's just all, you know, for the most part, just stock. But it works out pretty well, and I figured I'd show you this thing in action here. So let's pop the old power on here and check some of that. That's going to be scrolling here a little bit. But the picture quality is fantastic. I mean, it looks beautiful. And that intro line, where the little missing sound line was the way that I could tell that there was something wrong with the sound, because it was only putting out like half of the sound. But this is regular composite. And it's going to be really hard to see, I'm sure, with the scrolling lines in the back. But if I want to put in some coins here, just hit the old button. And there's a couple of coins in there. Press the start button. And yeah, works out alright. Well, you can see it's working out really well. So let's turn this thing off here, and we'll take these out. Well, I'll move this one over here on the other channel. Yeah, get on there. This thing does not want to go on very easily. And I'll take these out, and I have my LCD TV here, so we'll put these on the side if we can reach it. I don't know. It's a little bit of a tight fit. Let's try this again, see if we can get any closer with this. Okay, well, maybe that's in there. And we'll get our S-video cable. Yeah, have everything kind of buried under here. Should have planned this out a little bit better. But here's our S-video cable. Da-ding! And we'll pop this in here. I can't remember which way I put it. I think it's up. Yeah, there we go. So that's in there now, and that should be alright. It's going to be at kind of an angle here, but we'll give this a shot here and test that out. The volume's down kind of low. I don't know where my remote is either. But nonetheless, I mean, it works out really well, and the picture itself is really, really clear. I mean, it looks fantastic with the S-video in there. I have to find my remote here so I can do this a little bit better next time, but let's see. What else can I show you? Maybe I can show you the adjustments here on the side, if I can find my screwdriver, wherever I put that. Parts everywhere. Oh, here we go. This will work. Alright, so if you did want to tweak it, like let's say it's a little bit too red here, we'll adjust this a little bit. And you can see it's getting a little bit green. There's red, super red. Kind of turn this back a little bit. And let's adjust the green here a little bit and see what we got. Now you can see it clears it up quite a bit. You know, depending on, like I said, your preferences for color. If you want a really rich, deep color, you can, you know, turn it down. If you want a little bit more of a faded color, you can turn it back a little bit. And then adjust the old blue here. And yeah, so everything's working out really well with it, and it does look really nice. It's a really, really nice picture here. Really looks bright and vibrant. Really, really good detail. And you can see the screen's still too much blue. I'll put that back a little bit. Alright, it's back to white. So, and then I'll show you, I guess, while I have this thing going, I'll show you the PAL function on it. So we'll turn this off and switch this thing back, and it's just going to be in black and white, but you can see that it's ready for PAL. Well, it's something that I thought I'd go and give a shot last night. I had a case of insomnia. Couldn't sleep. So what better thing to do except you know, start working on projects like this in the middle of the night. But yeah, that's just in PAL right there, so that's why it's black and white. Nonetheless, it works out really well. And it did take quite a bit of time to reposition all these different pots and the switch itself, but it did pay off in the end, and it's working out really well. But figured I'd show you guys this. And yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. I wonder if we can turn this thing up anymore. Is it the volume? Let's see.
Asia combat.
A little bit better. And might as well, I guess, since we got some time here, I'll try and pull out the cart and put in another one. I don't know what I got laying around here. Which ones are clean and ready to go? Ta-da! I guess we'll try this one. See if it pops in first time here. Yeah, that's working out first time. Pop in some coins. Start it up. Whee!
Kickoff!